यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिय सर्वविद्या स्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्. Just like the burning power of the fire exists in the fire, O Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, you are inseparable from Sri Ramakrishna. You are the embodiment of the wisdom, and I shall bow down to you time and again. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, we were discussing the Holy Mother, Sri Sharda Devi's hymn. So previous time we saw Devim Prasannam Pranatarti Hantrim. So when we surrender at the feet of the Holy Mother, why do we need surrender? And by surrendering, what does it, we get it? And how we will be able to cross over the difficulties, the worldly difficulties, as well as spiritual difficulties. We have seen that. So for example, one devotee who was suffering from the disease, he got the mother's grace. As a result, he recovered his health, and in her own village, the birthplace, people were suffering from the drought. They all prayed for Holy Mother. Holy Mother came and blessed them in standing on their land. That day, that night, they had a heavy rain, and whatever they had a problem of drought has been reduced to the larger extent, and they were able to, grow the crops. Like this, we have heard many things. Now the question may come for all of us. Even today, okay, when Holy Mother Sharda Devi, when she was in a physical form, all these things happened. Many people received her infinite grace. So even today, does she hear our prayers? Can we approach her? Can our desires and prayers will be answered? This question may boggle our mind, no doubt. Such type of doubts and questions may come in our mind. And even today, many devotees are getting blessed from her vision, and their prayers are answered. For an example, when I was in India, a devotee from Karnataka, which is a southern part of India, she narrated her own incident. She had some health issues, and she went to gynecologist, and the gynecologist said, sorry, because there is some problem in your body. As a result, you can't conceive the baby. You will not have any more children. You will not have children. So please leave the desire. Give up the desire of having children. It is better if you want, you can adopt some child from the orphanage and you take care of them. Of course, that is no wrong, adopting child. But somehow she was unable to accept it. She was very morose. And in the Bangalore, where we have got our Ramakrishna monastery, there a small rocky surface is there. There, Holy Mother, in 1911, I believe, 1911 around, she had visited there and she sat for meditation, sunset time. So that has been preserved even today, very auspicious place, divine place, or a place of pilgrimage. Every day, hundreds of devotees, they go and they pray and they sit and meditate there. So even this lady devotee, she went and she prayed for Holy Mother with tears. Mother, I want a son or daughter. I want a child. The doctor said it is not possible. If you are there, if you are hearing my prayers, I don't know what do you do. What will you do? I do not know. But I want the answer that I should have my own child. I should have a child. And for that 10 days, I will do fasting. I will take a simple meal and I will not talk with anyone and I should hear some good news. She took a resolve. She went back to house. She informed with the family members. She closed the doors and she sat in a room. Most of the time she was spending in her prayers. Maybe some meditation or readings or prayer, bhajan, singing and doing japa, repetition of the Lord's name, and having probably a square meal or just one-time meal. She was intensely praying to the Holy Mother with tears. 9th or 10th day, she heard a good news. She felt herself or she experienced that she's conceiving the baby. But still, she came out and she went to the same doctor or she went to the gynecologist or whomever, and there was a medical exam and it was a miracle, medical miracle. She had conceived the baby and she is pregnant. So the Holy Mother's grace, Holy Mother's blessing made her to conceive the baby, and today mother and child both are well. They're doing well and the child is also growing and she is also very good child artist. So when we hear all such type of incidents, so our faith, our Shraddha in the God, in the Almighty, in the Divine Mother will increase. Even today, n number of people are getting her visions and their answers, their prayers are answered. So only we need faith, only we should have Shraddha in her. If it is there, then that is more than enough. Now, Yogindra Pujyam, Yugadharma Patrim. Yogindra Pujyam. She is worshipped by Swami Yogananda. As you know that Swami Yogananda is the apostle, monastic disciple, direct monastic disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. He is one of the Ishvara Koti. And he is the first person who received spiritual instructions or spiritual initiation from Holy Mother. Swami Yogananda is the disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, no doubt. All his spiritual training was done by Sri Ramakrishna, but he never gave a mantra diksha for him. After the demise of Sri Ramakrishna, when Swami Yogananda accompanied Holy Mother, Sri Sharda Devi, to different pilgrimage places, in Vrindavan, Holy Mother got a vision 3 times. Like Sri Ramakrishna said, look, you should initiate Swami Yogi 3 times, not 1 time. Because first time or second time when she thought it is maybe her imagination. 3 times she got it consequently. Similar vision, divine vision, even Swami Yogananda also got. Sri Ramakrishna instructed him, Yogananda, that you should go and get the spiritual instructions, spiritual initiation from Holy Mother. That's how Holy Mother initiated Swami Yogananda. So he was the first disciple, and till his last days, he used to serve Holy Mother with a great care, with a great love and devotion or attention. So that's why he's a Yogindra Pujya. This is one of the literal meaning. When the applied meaning are based on the Sanskrit words, if you think, then there can be other things. Yogindra, Yogi, we all know who is Yogi. Indra, the Lord of Indra. And if you know, we have discussed these things, Yogishvara, Tyagishvara. So Vivekananda has addressed Sri Ramakrishna as Yogishvara, Tyagishvara. So Ishvara, Indra, both are same. So Yogishvara, Yogindra, Pujyam. Sri Ramakrishna worshipped Holy Mother. Oh Mother, you have been worshipped by Yogindra, Yogishvara, that is Sri Ramakrishna. Whoever has studied Sri Ramakrishna's life, every one of us, we know that. How Sri Ramakrishna worshipped Holy Mother as Shodashi. He performed on Falahani Kali Puja. He worshipped Holy Mother as Shodashi in the place of Mother Kali. He made her to sit and he worshipped and he prostrated, he bowed down to her, and also he offered all his fruits of actions at her lotus feet. So this is also one of the meaning. And that Shodashi Puja has got a lot of spiritual, social, historical significance. Maybe we shall try to discuss on some other day this one. And the other is yogis, any yogi. Many monks, many sadhus, many yogis are worshipping this Holy Mother, Sheshada Devi. Like Swami Vivekananda worshipped her, Swami Yoganji worshipped, Swami Trivunathitanji worshipped, Swami Sharadanji worshipped, Swami Brahmanji used to worship. And afterwards, galaxy of saints or galaxy of monks even today, they're all worshipping her. So she's been worshipped by yogis. That's why she is a Yogindra Pujyam. This is also one of the meaning. And there's a wonderful incident. How the faith will be there. When the faith goes to its epitome, when it gets increased, all logic fails. Generally, cause and effect. The logic means I missed your cause and effect. If I behave in this way, what people think? Or the person who is there in front of me, what does he think? What does she think about me? So image conscious people we are all. And we all bother about the pros and cons, cause and effect, and we calculate, and that's how we behave. But when this devotion, when this faith gets increased, when it's get in full form, all this logic gets cancelled. I mean, they'll not be foolish. That doesn't mean that they are mystic in approach, or that love is beyond of all these calculations. The same thing we can see in the life of Swami Yogananji. As we all know, Swami Yogananji is the first disciple of Holy Mother. And he had so much love, he had so much affection, he had so much respect towards Holy Mother. He never used to prostrate to Holy Mother directly. If you know, whoever has visited in India there is a tradition. In front of God, in front of gurus, teachers, we bow down and we touch their feet. Now in Christian tradition, generally, they kiss the frock of the father or the bishop, or they kiss the ring, or they kiss their hands. So that's a type of showing respect towards teachers, spiritual leaders. Now in India, the way we respect is we bow down to them, we touched our forehead on their feet or on the ground, and we also touch their feet and we show our respect. So generally we do for our gurus also. But Swami Yogananda never used to do this, very interestingly. That means, didn't he have any respect? No, he had so much respect. After Holy Mother passing from that place, he used to bow down on the place where Holy Mother used to stand. He used to bow down, he used to touch his forehead to that place and used to take that dust, whatever the dust is there on the floor, he used to take the dust and he used to apply on his forehead. When someone observed this and asked maybe another monk or a devotee, why do you do this? You could have easily bowed down to Mother herself when she was here. After her going, and you are bowing down your forehead on the place where she was standing, and you are taking the dust and you are applying on your forehead. Why are you doing this? Swami Yogananda says, I am a small person. I am lower than the worm. See the humbleness in him. He is Ishvara Koti. He is a complete person. He is already realized person. Nothing is required for him. He only came to the earth just to help the avatar, the incarnation. Such a person is telling, I am the lowest person, lower than the worm. How can I darely bow down to Mother in front of her? She is Adishakti. She is a divine Mother. She is a universal Mother. So, and wherever she is standing, that place will be the holiest place. So that's why after her going, after her departure, after her moving, then I am paying my respects to her. And also I am applying the dust, because the dust is so holy. It has become so holy by the touch of the Mother. Holy Mother was standing on that place, that every dust has become holy. By applying that, I will be holy person. No, we cannot give any logic here. It is devotion. It is one's own faith towards their Guru or towards their Ishta. So, Yogindra Pujyam. This is what we can understand. Yogindra Pujyam. The same thing we can see in the life of Sri Ramakrishna also. Sri Ramakrishna worshipped Holy Mother, as we know. And Sri Ramakrishna used to respect her so much in the olden days. Of course, now things have changed, but otherwise, even 10, 20 years before and all, in the India, especially in the Hindus, there is a custom. The husband can call the wife singularly. Of course, in the English, we don't have the singular plural, only I and we, you and you. But in Indian languages, there is called singular and plural. When someone is junior to us, younger to us, we can call singular. But the wife cannot, the husband can address the wife as singular, but wife can never call the husband as singular. But very strangely, Sri Ramakrishna never addressed Holy Mother with singular. Always he used to address her with a plurality. In Bengali, tui, tumi, apni is there. So tui is generally for workers and for very small children they use. Tumi is when we are younger and all. Apni is with great respect when they are seniors to us or some big people, etc. But Sri Ramakrishna used to address her, though wife, generally you could have addressed with singular, but you always used to address plurally, out of respect. Once, Sri Ramakrishna was in his room, probably food time or some other time. Holy Mother entered his room. He didn't see who has entered. He thought his niece, Lakshmi Didi or Lakshmi has entered. So just without seeing, she's keeping some things there in the room. So he thought, okay, Lakshmi has come, his niece, and she has kept the things and she's going back. Sri Ramakrishna, without seeing her, who is the person has come, he only just said, okay, before leaving, close the door and go. Properly close the door before leaving. He addressed her in a singular thing. Holy Mother said, okay, I will close the door. When he heard the voice, he recognized that it is not the Lakshmi, it is his own wife, Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Immediately, he got up and said, oh, sorry, I thought it is a Lakshmi, that's the reason I addressed you in the singular, but I didn't know that you are. Please, sorry, please excuse me. Holy Mother said, that's okay, there is no problem. What is there in that? What's special in that? You can call me always. Though she didn't tell that word, but she said, okay, that's fine. And she went back. It was a night. She slept in her room. Sri Ramakrishna slept in his room. And early morning, Sri Ramakrishna went and knocked the door of Nahabat, where Holy Mother used to stay, in that small, tiny room. Holy Mother opened the door. Sri Ramakrishna said, look, whole night I couldn't sleep. Holy Mother said, what happened? Are you okay? Is there any problem? Sri Ramakrishna said, no, because I addressed you singularly yesterday night without knowing, so my mind was agitated. I was feeling sorry about it. I hope you're not minded, isn't it? Please, once again, pardon me. I apologize. I'm asking sorry with you. Holy Mother was astonished. For this small thing, he spent his sleep was disturbed. She never thought about it. Once she left Sri Ramakrishna's room, she had forgotten. And there's no mistake even in that. Why did Sri Ramakrishna think like that? So this was the respect, love and respect and reverence was given by Sri Ramakrishna to his own wife, to Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Yogindra Pujyam. So she has been worshipped by Sri Ramakrishna. That's the reason once, after some time where Sri Ramakrishna left his mortal coil, after a few years, once Holy Mother says, look, my Pati, my Lord, my husband, he looked after me so well, not even by mistake, or even for fun's sake, not even he didn't beat me, even with a flower. With so love and care and affection and with respect, he took care of me. That was the utterance was told by Holy Mother Shri Sharda Devi. So, Yogindra Pujyam. Now, Yugadharma Patrim. Yugadharma Patrim is, she is the protector of the Yugadharma. The religion of that time. In the Kruta Yuga, there is something else. In the Dvapara Yuga, there is something else, Dharma. And in Treta Yuga, there is something else. In Kali Yuga, there can be some. Though universal values are same, but the universal values, the way we put, and the way secondary values we put into practice, it changes, it differs. Now, Holy Mother By descending on this earth, she is the protector of this Yugadharma. She is the protector of the religion of the present day, present century, or present time. How she is protecting? Yugadharma Patrim. Patrim means she is the protector. How is she protecting? By practice. We all speak nicely. We all give sermons. We all give nice teachings. But are we able to practice? Many of us, we don't know. We don't do. But it is not the case in the life of Swami Vivekananda. Not in the case of Sri Ramakrishna, our Holy Mother, our Buddha, our Jesus Christ. They all practiced first and afterwards they taught. So Holy Mother herself, she has practiced all that universal values, dharma, righteousness, truth, love, compassion, forgiveness, all these things she had practiced. So by practicing, she protected the dharma. Because Swami Vivekananda says, an ounce of practice is greater than the thousands of theories or thousands of libraries or books. Because practice is the core of religion, core of spirituality, as we all know. So by practicing all the spirituality, the great values, she is protecting the dharma. And the second is by teaching. By her own life, by her own action, by her conduct, or by giving suitable teaching, suitable suggestions. She is protecting this dharma of this present time. And not only that, by being gracious to the spiritual aspirants, by helping spiritual aspirants to reach the ultimate goal, she's also protecting the dharma. So like this, many things we can understand. In a physical form, when she descended, she followed the dharma and she protected it. And also, if you see, the incarnation, the life of incarnation can be studied from different angles. One is from spiritual angle, the other is philosophical angle, the third is mystical angle, the fourth is political angle, the fifth is social angle. So from different angles, we can study the incarnation, the life and teachings of incarnation, which is a wonderful. Now, even we can see, or we can study with respect to life of Holy Mother. Holy Mother, when Swami Vivekananda brought the Western disciples, like Sister Nivedita, Sister Christian, Sarah Bull, or more than that, Josephine MacLeod. That is, these three people, Sister Nivedita, Sister Christian, Josephine MacLeod, all three were sent by Swami Vivekananda to Holy Mother. Now you should understand some history here. This has happened more than 100 years before. In the India, of course, in the whole world, this untouchability was in a different ways. In the Europe, it was with the racism, and in the India, it was casteism, and somewhere it is sectarian, somewhere it is with religion, somewhere it was economical discriminations. So many discriminations, so many type of disparities were there in every nook and corner of the world. In the India also, it was there, this untouchability in the name of caste. Higher caste people were never used to touch the lower caste people can never touch the higher caste, all these things. And from different countries when they come, traditional people generally, they used to keep themselves distant. Why? Because whether they have taken bath or not, what type of food they eat, what type of mindset they have got, we do not know. So by mixing them, our spiritual practices can be hampered. Though it started with a good intention, but afterwards it went to very bad practices. So the casteism was very prevalent in those times. Now Holy Mother comes from the Brahmin family. So she comes from rural background. In the rural areas, these things were much intact. It was very strong. And she's not even gone to any school or college or university. She is not exposed to any Western education or mindset so that, okay, we are all equal or whatever. Of course, in India also it was there in a different way. Now, Swami Vivekananda had an apprehension. When these three Western ladies, when they go and approach Holy Mother Sharda Devi, how Holy Mother will treat these three Western ladies, Western devotees? Whether she will receive them with care, love, whether she will be able to talk, whether she will be able to give some place for them. That was somehow apprehension Swami Vivekananda had. When these three Western ladies, they went and approached Holy Mother Sharda Devi, for everyone's astonishment, including Swami Vivekananda, she welcomed all the three, these Western ladies, with a love, with the greatest love, care, and affection. Not only that, she touched their chin and she said, "How are you?" Of course, in Bengali. And the very beauty is, Holy Mother is speaking in Bengali, colloquial Bengali, that to village Bengali. And all these three Western ladies, they never know any ABCD of the Bengali, and they're all speaking in English. And Holy Mother doesn't know anything English. But both of them, they're able to understand what they're speaking each other. That is the interesting part. So the love doesn't know any language. The love needs no language, basically. That we can see. So Holy Mother is speaking in Bengali, and Sister Nivedita, Josephine MacLeod, Sister Christian, they're able to understand. And as a reciprocation, they're speaking in English, and Holy Mother is able to understand. And with these three people, when they came, she gave a seat to sit. With love and with kind words, with affectionate words, she addressed them. She conversed with them. She touched their chin and expressed her love. When Swami Vivekananda heard this, he said, "Now, how foolish I am. Now it is beyond my imagination to understand who is Holy Mother." Why? Because such a lady, in those days, it is a sort of very progressive thinking. Coming from the Brahmin rural community, accepting some Westerners and sitting with them and talking and having a fruits or something, it is beyond imagination. Swami Vivekananda understood how Holy Mother had a progressive thinking. Yugadharma Patrim. Now today, a lot of casteism has come down in India, and even racism has come down in West also. So many these disparities have been reduced in the world, in a way. Of course, it has been there in a different ways. Sometimes in some places we know that. But all these things has been started by Holy Mother Sharda Devi or Swami Vivekananda or Sri Ramakrishna, are from saints and prophets in those times. So they will be always progressive in thinking. Lot of social changes happens because of their descending on the earth or because of their birth. That's what we have to understand. And interestingly, Holy Mother asked Sister Nivedita, "What is your name?" By that time, still she had not got Brahmacharya Diksha, initiation from Swami Vivekananda. Her original name, we know that her name was Margaret Noble, Margaret Elizabeth Noble, or Margaret Noble. When Holy Mother asked her name, when she said her name, Holy Mother said, "Look, this is a very big name. I can't remember this big name. I will just address you as Koki." Means my daughter, my young girl, my dear daughter. That is the meaning of the Bengali word. When Sister Nivedita, later when she came to know the meaning of it, she felt so happy, so joyful. I am her daughter. What a beautiful word, what a dear word. And not only that, among the three, either Nivedita or Josephine MacLeod or Sister Christian, someone asked, "Mother, will you be kind enough to eat with us?" Imagine, sitting with them, touching them itself is a great thing. And they're asking, will you be gracious enough to sit with us and dine or to eat? Holy Mother said, "Yes, of course, I'll be glad." And she sat with her. Holy Mother sat with all the three and she took fruits and sweets with her. And again, you can imagine all the three had so much love, affection and happiness and bliss. When they came back, either Josephine MacLeod or Sister Nivedita were on tears and said, "Today we understood what is love called. What do we mean by love?" Today we understood with the divine, in the presence of the divine, in the presence of the divine, in the presence of the universal mother. Yugadharma Patrim. Now, if you see the other extreme, when Holy Mother was there in a rented house, an Indian lady was working. She used to cook for Holy Mother, Sister Nivedita. By mistake, I think Sister Nivedita touched that lady, or when she was about to give the glass, and Sister Nivedita touched it, immediately she ran to the bathroom and she took the bath. Why? Because Nivedita touched her. Such a narrow mindset sometimes people do have. But at that juncture, during such a casteism which was prevalent in India, that time Holy Mother Shri Sharda Devi accepted all these Western ladies and made them to sit with her, touched them, ate with them, all these things. And same thing we can see in Jairambati, in her village. When she invited all the villagers and she made to sit each next to each other without any discrimination, and food was served. After the food, many people said, he is from lower caste, I am from higher caste. How can we sit each other, next to each other? We cannot sit that. We should be different places. Holy Mother said, look, here everyone is devotee, so there is no caste thing here. Everyone is only one caste we have got. All are devotees. So we will eat together without any discrimination. Then they had to accept. Slowly, that became prevalent in that parts of the Bengal. So, Yugadharma Patrim. So how things, so that is what I wish to say, from the social angle, how the incarnations bring change in the society or in the mankind's thinking. And very interesting is one Western lady. We don't know, at least I don't know what is her name. Her daughter had some disease, some deadly disease, and doctors were unable to diagnose. And they all said, it is sorry, better you go to church and pray for the Jesus. Your daughter's days are numbered. And probably she might have been to church and she prayed. And she was in India, this Western lady. Someone said that, look, there is a Holy Mother. She is considered as great and she is in Udbodhan, that building name, where she is residing. You go and pray. If she graces, if she blesses, definitely your daughter can recover and your daughter can live for a long time. Who is Holy Mother Sharda Devi? She doesn't know. She's from Western lady. She's a Christian by faith. But just belief. She said, okay, let me try. There is no problem in trying. There is no mistake in trying. And she came in search of Holy Mother to the Udbodha. And when she inquired, she was taken to Holy Mother. And she expressed her problem and she begged for her grace. When she went and she was about to narrate her problems, immediately Holy Mother welcomed this Western lady and she shook her hands with this Western lady. Now, shaking hands with any people is easy for us nowadays. But again, in those days, which is very unlikely. But Holy Mother shook her hands with this Western lady. And again, with a love, courtesy, affection, Holy Mother welcomed her. And she listened to all her prayers. And finally, Holy Mother gave the lotus flower. The lotus flower which was worshipped, which was offered to Sri Ramakrishna, that lotus flower was given to this Western lady. And I think Yogindra was there, I think, one of the disciples of Holy Mother or Sri Ramakrishna. She was in between, she was trying to do translations. So Holy Mother instructed this Western lady, you take this flower, which is worshipped to Sri Ramakrishna, you keep this flower below the pillow where your daughter is sleeping. So in few days, everything will be all right. Then the Western lady was very thankful. She was moved by the love, care, and affection of the Holy Mother. Tears were rolling on her cheeks. And then this Yogindra, I think, Yogindra asked, okay, after your daughter become all right, what will you do with this flower? Or this question was asked by the Western lady herself. Yogindra said, okay, you throw to the Ganges. Because generally it is a holy flower, you should not put it here and there. Either you should put into some below the tree or the plant. Otherwise, we should throw the water. So better you throw to the Ganges. Interestingly, that Western lady says, no, why will I throw to the Ganges? Instead of this, I will keep this flower as a remembrance, as a holy remembrance of the Holy Mother. I will keep with myself till my death. What a love, what an affection that Western lady had, admiration she had towards Holy Mother. Why? Because Holy Mother's that unbounding love touched this Western lady's heart. And when Sister Nivedita decided to open the school, girls' school, on the instructions of his guru, her guru, that is Swami Vivekananda. For the inaugural ceremony, for the opening ceremony, she went and invited Holy Mother. Will you come and will you be gracious enough to inaugurate our school? Holy Mother said very happily, yes, I will come. And not only that, Holy Mother encouraged the devotees that, look, Sister Nivedita is doing such a great work. She has opened school for our girls. So Holy Mother herself didn't had a chance to go to schools, but she encouraged the devotees that, look, if there are any daughters in your house, please send your daughters to the Sister Nivedita school. Let them have education. Let them get vocational training and other things. You imagine, Holy Mother herself didn't have any education, but she's encouraging the devotees to send their daughters to Sister Nivedita school so that let them have education, let them stand on their own feet. This all happened 100 years before, 120 years before. Such a progressive thinking Holy Mother had. And also, if you see about Ramakrishna mission, we had a Ramakrishna mission is a harmony of the 4 yogas we practice. But in the traditional monasticism in India, generally monks are supposed to meditate, do worship and preaching, that's all, and blessing people, that's all. Otherwise, doing the physical work, all these things like cleaning, sweeping, mopping, and service activities are not allowed in those days. When Ramakrishna Mission started all these service activities, people didn't like it. People criticized us. People felt as something we are different, and they made us aloof. And not only that, many of the people who had joined as novices, even they had questions. Because this is not the traditional monastic way of life, Indian monastic life. So Holy Mother said, no, this is the Yugadharma. Swami Vivekananda has started all these things. So if you can do this service activity as a tapas, as an offering to the Lord, so this will bring moksha, this will bring God realization, self-realization for all of you. Swami Vivekananda, that is Narayana has started. This is the Yugadharma going to be. What a great statement. So she said, service is a way of life. By serving people, one can realize God, one can have self-knowledge or self-realization. So Yogindra Pujyam. So you understood. Pranatarti Hantrim. Pranatarti Hantrim. Pranatarti. Whoever bows down, so their difficulties will be removed. Hantrim, again removal. Their sorrows, their difficulties will be removed. She's a universal mother. She is the creator, she is the sustainer, and she is the dissolver of this universe. So she has got all the powers. But whoever bows down and whoever surrenders at her feet, all their difficulties are cut asunder. Now, there's an interesting story in Girish Chandra Ghosh's life itself. Girish Chandra Ghosh, we all know that he's an household devotee of Sri Ramakrishna. When I think after his birth, immediately or just during he was infant, he lost his mother. And he was adolescent, and he was even before becoming young itself, I think, he lost his father also. He lost both parents, and at the age of 30, he lost his wife also. So by the 30, he lost his mother, father, and wife. So that made him to feel very bad, and he went to depression. And as a result, he got all the bad habits like smoking and drinking alcohol. He was a chain smoker and used to drink so much alcohol. He used to say funnily later, that if I arrange the liquor bottles one above the other, it surpasses the Mount Everest. Means so much I have consumed the alcohol. Such a person. Once, interestingly, he had been to Jabalpur with his friends. By the time already he was an atheist. So they were all playing, and there's a picnic they were all had fun and all, they were all playing and all. While playing, there was some narrow place and there was a pit. But unfortunately, they have not seen. They were all playing. While playing, somehow this Girish Chandra Ghosh got slipped and he fell into the ditch. The ditch was quite low enough. It was deep enough. So he is unable to climb. His friends were all feeling bad. Then his friends, they tried their best to bring him out. They were unable to. Then some time went, all of them are becoming panic. Then Girish's friends said, look, Girish, we all know that you are an atheist. You don't believe in God. Girish said, yes. But we believe in God. Girish said, okay, that is your way. That is your problem. But they said, no. Now, we all tried to bring you from that ditch out. But we are unable to. Now we are all praying for God. So we request you, at least for our sake, you also pray along with us for God, so that God may help you to come out from this problem. Then they all started the prayers, whatever they knew. Girish, of course, he was also a bit fearful. He was in phobia. He also didn't have anything else to think that time. That's the one thing. And also because his friends had requested as a good gesture, he also started praying along with their friends. After some amount of prayer, somehow he was able to come out from the ditch. People were all happy. People thanked God, and they all said, Girish, look, we all tried so much in innumerable ways, but we were unable to bring you out from this problem. But since we started praying, you were able to come out. So this is the efficacy of the prayer. That's why by prayer, we can achieve miracles. Miracles can happen. That's what scripture says, and saints and prophets have said. So that's why you should start believing in prayer. You start believing in God or divine. I mean, their friends said, Girish all listened. And he said, maybe, but still I need some more time to understand this and accept this. But today I will take one resolve. If I have to pray to God, I will never pray for my own benefit, for my earthly possessions, for my empirical benefits. Instead of that, I will pray only for God's love. From today onwards, I am taking a sankalpa resolve. So Pranatarti Hantrim. What a great idea. If I pray, I will pray only for the God's love, for the divine grace, or for the God's love, not because I have got some difficulties, I have got some problems, I have got some troubles. I will pray to uplift me or to protect me. I will never pray henceforth. But when we hear this, then we may get a doubt, when we may get a question. That means, should not we pray for our empirical benefits, materialistic pursuits, for materialistic progressions? Should not we pray to the God? No, we can pray to the God, no doubt. That's why there are 4 types of devotees, as told by Krishna. Artha. Artha is when the person is in difficulties, challenges, he prays to the God. Artharthi. Someone is desiring wealth. He or she desires wealth, name, fame, power, position, materialistic prosperity. They bow down to God, they pray to God. Then Jignasu. Someone wants to know the truth. What is the supreme truth? He prays to God so that I can know the truth. Then Gnani. He knows what is the truth. So that's why he is depending on the God and is trying to realize the God, experience the God. Gnani. God or self, supreme self. So all these 4 people, they worship the divine or the supreme reality. There is no problem in that. That's what we all do it, no doubt. There is no wrong in it. But he's probably is a great devotee who is going to become a great devotee. That's why he's thinking that from today onwards, if I pray, I will pray only to the divine love, only for God's sake. Love for love's sake. I will love God for love's sake, that's all. Otherwise, I don't aspire anything. I don't want anything from God. This is the highest type of devotion. This is the highest type of love. This is called Parabhakti, supreme love. So this is only possible to attain after a lot of spiritual struggles. And for Girish, it was normal. Now when we hear all these things, Bhakti Vijnana Datrim, the next line. Yogindra Pujyam, Yugadharma Patrim, Tam Sharadam, Bhakti Vijnana Datrim. O Mother Sharada, you are the bestower of Bhakti, the devotion, the divine love, and Vijnana, the experiential knowledge, or the self-knowledge. So to get that only, I'm linking it. Now Vijnana. God alone is real. Or love for love's sake. Or work for work's sake. So that is called a Vijnana, the experience of the self, experience of the divine, experience of the supreme reality. So now Girish Chandra Ghosh, that prayer resembles or represents that supreme knowledge. That is what Vijnana. Visheshavada, Vishesha Gnana. It is a very supreme knowledge, or it is a special knowledge. And she is the bestower of that supreme knowledge, or self-knowledge, or that special knowledge. That's what we can see in the Girish Chandra Ghosh life. One is, she is also, whoever surrenders at her feet, their problems are solved, their difficulties are dissolved, just like ice gets melt when the sun rays falls. So similarly, when her grace is falls on us, all our difficulties, problems are solved. That's the one thing. And Bhakti Vijnana Datrim. She is the bestower of the divine love. She is the bestower of the divine wisdom, Datrim. And what is this special knowledge, Vijnana, experiential knowledge? There's a beautiful saying which has been given by Swami Turiyananji, who is the monastic disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. He said, Brahma Satya Jagat Satya. Whoever has studied the Advaita philosophy, the non-dualistic philosophy, we all know that. Shankaracharya had said, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. The world, the self alone is real, and the world is an illusion or an appearance. But Swami Turiyananji, who is one of the greatest Advaitic philosophers, before his departing his body, before leaving his body, he said, Brahma Satya Jagat Satya. The self is true, the world is also true. From what angle? Because the God and God alone exist. God is appearing as the self. That's why even this world is also true. And this is what the exact teaching of Sri Ramakrishna, his master. You cannot differentiate when we want to weigh the fruit, weight of the fruit. I cannot take only the pulp of the mango and weigh, and okay, this is the weight of the mango. No. When we weigh the mango, we weigh the skin, the pulp, and inside the seed all together, isn't it? So similarly, when we have to accept God, we have to accept God and the God's creation, so-called world. That's what Sri Ramakrishna says. It is the greatest philosophical truth. We can think for a few hours on this. So based on his master's teaching, Swami Turiyananji said, the Brahman is also true, and the Jagat, the world, is also true. This is called Vijnana, special knowledge, or the special, experience. Or the Upanishad says, Isha Vasyamidam Sarvam, Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat. In this empirical universe, whatever exists, starting from amoeba to the elephant, everything has been covered, everything should be covered by the God or the Almighty. Means the whole thing has been covered, or it has been wrapped by the consciousness, by the self. God and God alone exist. God is appearing as all these things. The self alone exists. The Brahman alone exists. It is appearing as all these things. For us, it is intellectual knowledge. For the saints and for the rishis and for the prophets or incarnations, it is the experience. It is a matter of experience. The Vijnana is what represents this Vijnana. So further, Bhakti and Vijnana, some more explanation I will try to give in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.